Hey, what's up guys? Malicious Jasper here. Welcome back to another video. This time I will be showing a quick, well, not really a quick video, but a video about the last boss in the new Guild Wars 2 Living Story, the Tower of Nightmares. So basically when you get to the top of the Tower of Nightmares, where you can find the chest that you need the tricolor key for. If you go a little bit higher, you can go to a instance where you eventually have to fight your way to the end and destroy a champion boss. It can be done solo if I'm not mistaken, or at least that's what I've heard. I'm not really sure. I just waited at the top and asked if some people wanted to come, and sure enough, I found myself a team and we tackled the enemy. So in the beginning you have to go through a couple of chambers. You have to do an event in each chamber. If I'm not mistaken, it's 3 chambers, so that means 3 events. And the first event was basically kill everything there. Actually, all the events are sort of that caliber. Just kill everything in the room, and then the way to the next one will open. So I've sped this up because it took us some time to kill these enemies, because you will find quite a bit of veteran enemies in this area. So be warned, these are not your average low-life scum, but veteran enemies, so be careful. So when you've done an event, passageway opens to the next room. You just run through there. Watch out for the mines. I think in one of the rooms there were a couple of mines, so watch out for them, and go to the next room. And yeah, start next event. This event is the second event with us was destroy enemies while avoiding a giant laser firing on you. So as you saw, the red light coming from the sky and the giant red circle, that's your laser, or not your laser. That's the laser that's trying to kill you. But it's actually not really difficult to avoid the laser at all. You have plenty of time. When you see it, just dodge it and you'll be fine. So not too hard, to be honest. It does take some time because the enemies are quite high level and have quite a bit of health and all that, and quite a bit of armor. But this room isn't actually too bad. We didn't struggle with any room, to be honest. Even the champion was, I'm not gonna say it was easy, but it was definitely doable. So still avoiding the giant laser. Always keep an eye out for your friends. Revive them if you can, or if you must. And it's not that hard, even with a random pickup group. No problem. If you work together more or less, then you'll be fine. Now this one was a bitch. All right. So this room, you have 3 portals which you have to destroy, and that's your event. And then the way to the next room opens. Destroying the portals, not really that difficult. If you destroy one portal, it will generate the second one. There are 3 portals in total. If you destroy the first one, the second will spawn and more enemies will spawn. Now I'm not sure if the enemies keep spawning if you don't destroy the portal. So what I did was immediately destroy the first one, then the second one, then the third one. And instead of running away, we kept battling. So I'm not sure if you run away to the next part, that you will eventually run out of the enemy's aggro and they'll just go back. I don't know. But we battled them anyway. You got some okay loot, and they also have a chance of dropping a piece of the tricolor key. So it's actually pretty. I mean, you can defeat them, and if you get a piece, because you need 3 pieces for the chest, and the chest does give some, well, quite nice rewards, so it's definitely worth it. But these enemies were mostly veteran, I believe, and that was annoying. Now, I don't know, this is something I don't know. I don't know if the events are random. So these are the events that I encountered, but I'm not sure if they changed because this is the first time I did it, and I thought, well, why don't I record it and make a video about it? But I haven't done it again since. So I don't know if the events are random or if they're always the same. I'm not really sure. But I don't think even if they're random, they shouldn't pose that much of a problem. If your players, if your fellow players know what they're doing, then it shouldn't be a problem. I skipped ahead here because we had to wait for one of our players, so that's why you saw the sudden change in frames. Anyway, then you get at the end in this big ass giant room, and the first part is actually kill the enemies in the room, which is not that difficult. There are two people talking, you have to kill them, and a couple of enemies with them. I think they're great. The story is that they are trying to resurrect one of the great prophets or something, and those great prophets will then destroy God knows what. I don't know. The story is that they're trying to build a great prophet. But anyway, so then you get a little cutscene. This bitch start telling you that she had fun and that she'll see you next time because she's a pussy and she doesn't stay to fight. And then suddenly it spawns a champion, a giant ass great champion. This great champion took us quite some time to kill. I mean, I sped this up and even sped up. This took us, it's I think 3 minutes maybe. So yeah, it took us quite some time. So if you begin to fight, it spawns, I think, a couple of enemy crates. I'm not really sure about that. And I think when you get to 75%, it spawns more crate, because I'm not sure if it does, but I do know that in sometimes during the battle, new enemies will spawn. I don't know if it's tied to the damage you've done to the champion or just completely random, I don't know, or set time interval. So I'm just gonna go with it's tied to the champion because that seems the most logical thing to do. So I think when you start, there are a couple of more enemies. They're just regular crate and regular nightmare core, nothing to fear. Just kill them and you'll be fine. Then I think at 75% you'll get some more enemies, and then at 50 you saw one of those toxic stalk things spawn, which will create a field with toxic spore, which will damage you over time, which is very annoying. So if you see that, immediately destroy that, because it takes actually quite a big part of the battlefield, so it's best to, you know, it's best to destroy it instantly as soon as you get the chance. But the champion itself shouldn't pose that much of a threat. I think we did have at least one warrior who took most of the damage, but it doesn't really matter. It's quite easy to do. Just don't get overconfident and keep attacking the champion when there are other crates, because that will eventually be your downfall. Then you just run to this part and you inject the antitoxin. You will get an achievement for doing the last boss, and then you can pick one of the 3 color pieces of the key, and that's it. Even if you're not the one who injects the antitoxin, then you'll get the achievement and you'll eventually go back to the entrance. So I hope you guys enjoyed it, and I will see you guys next time. Peace out.